speed. Tier 4. Oh, new exciting times ahead of us. Yes, this is the European Tier 4. Some of the new guys that have joined us. And we're going to be racing on Thursday nights from now on. I won't be commentating all the time, but I'm sure this man sitting next to me will be doing most of the season. It's Titchy.
I hope so. I hope so. It's all good. What a great tier it is as well.
So we're a bit light on drivers this evening, which is a little bit disappointing. But due to technical issues and other technical issues, Codemasters is working wonders once again. I think we've lost one before the start. I think it was Hilly Racing, also known as Remix for some older viewers that have been around since like season 2. Remix is Hilly Racing. Yeah, hopefully he can join back and not do a Robin, because Robin got left out of Tier 2 on Tuesday night. Titch, yes. What are we expecting from this tier?
Chaos. But hopefully some amazing racing.
It will be chaos. There's a few drivers that are in here, just to put it straight, that are slightly out of position. I say slightly out of position. I will run you through those as I've got the spreadsheet in front of me whilst we watch TiVo on our screens. He is one of them. This is because there's a slight overfill at the moment in especially tiers 2 and 3 where we can't fit these guys in. These guys are willing to race and want to turn up, so we're going to use it more structurally and so they can get some practice in. We've got NSX Yorno, who's either going to fit into tier 1 or 2. Young Lights is exactly the same one, he's going to fit into tier 1 or 2. And then we've got people like Andre, who is tier 2, Raggy tier 2, and then everyone else. So Tiger Roll, who's missing this evening, the NER boys, that's K-Mark and Risa. Don't get confused with John Arna Risa. Titch has already made that joke off air. Those guys are looking to go into.
With me.
Yep, those guys are looking to go into tier 3, and Hilly Racing, which is also looking to go into tier 3. Everyone else that you see is tier 4, other than JG Byrne, which is LOE JJB, and Tebow, who are guys that are currently in tier 3. We said these guys can have some extra practice. For the likes of Tebow, who is new to joining Contest of Speed. So that's where we stand. That's a very quick run through. And we hope it's going to be as competitive as what we've seen so far this week. Titch, what was your view on the racing this week across all tiers? You've seen a few of it.
It's been great to take part. Tier 2 was mental. It felt weird to be a part of it, to be fair. And then commentating on tier 3 as well. That was weird. But yeah, it's been good all round really for the week. I'm happy with it.
Obviously you're someone that's looking to cement their place in tier 2. Let's talk about your expectations of the season first before we jump onto these guys.
Well, it was don't embarrass myself. So I decided to bin it in practice.
So we've set the benchmark really high for these boys, haven't we, really?
Yeah. We have.
Where would you like to go?
From tier 1 yesterday, which isn't ideal for them.
No, so high expectations. Where would you like to go first, other than Mercedes, because they're not here, unfortunately? Yes. I'm very surprised.
Go down the order to Ferrari, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we'll start with Mercedes. We'll give them a mention, because it's surprising they're both not here. It's the ever-present, ironic, and the OG pairing that is Dan Hilton and Millsy, also known as Chaos, that are pairing up once again for I think like the 4th season running, which is fantastic to see. Those guys, well,
the greatest pairing contest of speed.
We all know what they're like. They turn up pretty much every week. They go about their own business and occasionally steal a couple of points here and there, and maybe the odd double points finish. So with a slightly smaller grid and more guys actually around their pace, they're going to probably looking for some few more points. I think that would be a fair assessment, possibly. we will go down to Ferrari. Now then, we'll go with the person I don't know much about. You all know has retired that's unfortunately, he's retired to second to last corner. He has found out that full damage is on the hard way, which is unfortunate. We've got Kalaji. Don't know if I got that right. I'm going to have to get used to that. He's a new driver to Contest of Speed. Unfortunately not here. He was here a couple of minutes ago, but I think we're having some wonderful lobby glitches. So he's currently not here. And then Spud. Now we know a lot about Spud on a personal level. I don't know, do you want to tell the viewers a bit of a backstory about him? In terms of his racing experience? Or lack of?
He has 0 racing experience. But he's great guy, great character. Hopefully it comes across on the track as well.
Yeah.
I hope he does well.
Be interesting.
He's going to improve every week.
He will do. So. Yeah, exactly. His first F1 racing game, which is an achievement itself. And for example, we've been doing Spain because Spain is obviously the season's opener when we get started underway next week. He's managed to shave, what was it, 4.5 seconds in about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, which is an achievement in itself. I think for these two, from what I know of, it's just finishing races. I think if they can finish and not make mistakes, I think that's what it is for a lot of this tier. If they can just finish and not make mistakes, I think they'll get some points on the board, which is what we're all hoping for.
Watching his lines through some of the corners, he's actually doing quite well.
He's doing well. We will move on though to the next team, and that is the Red Bull of Andre and Max. Andre we know a bit about from Blades, who races in EU3, and he says he's a fairly quick driver. He's one of those that is in between, and we'd say about this because we always talk about in between for tiers 2 and 3, but he's slightly in between tiers 2 and 3 as he sits.
Everyone is in between tiers 2
and
3.
So for the time being, he's probably one of these guys that are going to be in the front of this tier. So we're expecting some, no pressure, but expecting some good things from him. And then the other Red Bull who's supposed to be in there is Max, CH55 Max. And we've had him before here in Contest Speed. He was in tier 2. And if we're being honest, he was going to be in tier 3 last season. Struggled a bit in tier 2. And so I think tier 3 last year would have been a more ideal tier for him, which would have been interesting, but obviously wasn't allowed to do so. So he's back again, or should be back again, for this season in tier 4. And I think for him it's all about a confidence thing. I think if he's able to run with guys and actually go for it, which is what we want him to do, then I think he'll be more than capable. He races in other leagues that people know of, PSF1. I think he races in the F2 there. So I mean, he's not a mug, no, by any means, but I think it's a confidence thing, and we would like to see him do well. On to the Renaults. Yeah. Yorno we'd like to ride on board with. Oh, okay, we can't. So NSX Yorno is one of the NSX guys that have come over, and well, I don't think NSX as a general need any introduction. We've got the likes of Montana and Vaporizer, I think, in T1. So those guys, we know they're going to be quite quick. Yorno's looking to probably follow those guys into tier 1 or tier 2, and his teammate was going to be I'm John Purple, which is good because we've had an update from his brother I'm John Turquoise, who we'll get onto later, that unfortunately couldn't be here tonight because of work, but he is going to be joining us as of next week in the Renault seat. with a lot of these guys, I think you'll agree, we don't really know much about them, so it's hard to get a gauge of what's going on. So, like you guys at home, we'll be watching the progression throughout the season, and I think we'll start to see some kind of top half or bottom half, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Onto the racing point. Now, we are very lucky in Contest of Speed, Teach, to have a double Grand National Champion in with us. Would you like to tell the ladies and gentlemen who it is?
Absolute legend. That is Tiger Roll.
Yes, we have got Tiger Roll.
Has joined Contest of Speed for this season.
So those of you not familiar,
it's amazing.
It's a race that happens in the UK, and it's the day where most people decide to bet on. And yes, he is a double champion, Tiger Roll, and we have got Tiger Roll 3 in the racing point, but unfortunately couldn't be here. But it doesn't matter, his teammate's here. I'm John Turquoise. Yes, I'm going to have to probably call them turquoise and purple, or you're going to have to call them turquoise and purple this season.
I'm going to remember that.
I'm John Turquoise, and he comes from one of the Irish leagues that Big Slater, who races in Tier 1, races in, so he's a recommendation from him. So it'd be interesting to see how the Irish boys do in EU4. Titch, can you turn your mic up at all, just a little bit?
I can try.
Andreas can't hear you. He wants to hear your lovely voice. Young Lights, meanwhile, goes to the top of the time sheet. That's kind of not unexpected. Of his, your old teammate, yet Mr. P5 wants to hear your voice. We will move on to. Oh, he's going to leave us. I will crack on. We're going to head over to McLaren next, and they're both here. The first 14. And we have got Joel current. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, no, hang on. We'll just roll with it. That's what I did last on Tuesday. Just roll with it. Be fine. McLaren, we've got a full grid. I say full team. Technically, we've got Joel, who's going to be with us, and we know Joel from another league called PGL. And we've seen Joel's progress actually the last season or so, which has been really good to see. What would be your experience with Joel? What do you think he's going to bring to the table in EU4?
It'll be quite quick for this tier. I think I can even go into tier 3 if he wanted to. The back end of it, so yeah, I think good racer. I've had that, no bad experience of it, so hopefully brings it over to us.
Yes, and he's joined by another Irishman, JJ Byrne, who is stepping in tonight. I thought that for people like Tivo and Jay, and I'm probably going to reach out to a couple of others. It would be, if we haven't got a full grid in Tier 4, it would be a good opportunity for them to drop in, get some extra practice in, and really use the track time, because these guys are keen to race. So obviously, hopefully that isn't the case, and the drivers that are supposed to be here tonight will turn up next week. But these guys are more than welcome to come down, step in, and have a race with some of the new recruits. So yeah, that's all from McLaren. I think, yes, as it is for most of them, very unknown commodity of what's going to happen. So we will sit back and enjoy the ride. Right, let's go to Alfa Romeo, Titch. We have got in front of us, yep, our team, and we're quite glad to have them on board for the Constructors' Championship. We have the NRE pairing of K-Mark and Risa, and these guys that I've actually raced a bit with K-Mark in Ricky's little 5-lap lobby sessions that he has going on. So I know that he's a fairly quick driver. I would say decent racecraft, and will do quite well in this tier until he moves up. Excuse me. Yeah. Both of these guys are tier 3 pace, so yeah, they'll be the top half of the grid for the time being, and consistent performers. Great. I don't want any more people, please. Tier 3s are very cramped as it is in terms of time on track as well. So yeah, and I'm sure Andreas knows a bit more about these guys than what I do. Yes, Risa is fast. Thank you, Andreas.
See for the time there.
Yeah, that's what 143. Raggy's there, up there as well. So we will see how they're performing a little bit later on. I need to remember to keep skipping through people to have track time rather than just stay on the same person, but I'm trying to look at my laptop at the same time. Over to Haas, we have Hiddy Racing, who was here, then wasn't here, then was here, and is here somewhere if Codemasters lets him to be here.
He's spectating, I believe. I haven't seen him leave again.
As I mentioned earlier, he is also known as Remix, I believe, and he was racing at contests of speed in season 2 and 3, I believe, in tier 2. So I've raced against him. I know what he's like. Quick driver, very quick driver.
Before my time.
From his times, it was a little bit weird though. His Canada time was very good, but his Silverstone time not so good. So we'll see how he goes around the calendar as the season goes on. Obviously, someone that may have strong and weak circuits, like we all do. So, but his teammate is here and currently practicing. That is SNRS Clausen. We will go on board with him. Oh no, he's in the pits. What a surprise! I want to go on board with him, and they're always in the pits. So let's have a look. So he's done what? That's a 105.5 on the mediums. So he's around Andre, which is fair showing, but obviously we don't know what these guys are running on fuel, do we? Bit of mind games. Were you playing mind games on Tuesday? I know what you're like. Oh really?
So there was no point in playing mind games for me, because new tier, I need to sort of know where I am. I was quite happy with it, to be fair, apart from qualifying I messed up.
Right, next pair.
I do love my mind games though.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm aware of your mind games last season. AlphaTauri is our second to last team, and they're both here, which is good. I'm riding on board with Jay. Jay is like Joel, has come from PGL, and we've raced against him, and
lovely guy.
He's probably one of the nicest guys on track that you'll find.
He's not one to get in your way.
No, but I'm hopefully racing with people more his pace. He'll show a bit more elbows out kind of approach. Bit like Joel, would you say you've seen his development grow in the last few weeks?
Definitely been getting better every race that I've raced against him. So yeah, no, he's always going to get better when you race against better people. So
yeah, what was it? How long have I been there? Half a season, isn't it? And just seeing his progression, actually, he's actually getting quicker and quicker, which is great to see. And then Young Lights, this man caused a stir midweek when there was a practice session on, and a couple of people were a little bit scared, just a little bit. Unfortunately, at the moment, can't get into tier 1, which is unheard of.
There's no space in tier 1. When did that happen?
I know. Yeah, quick, seriously quick bloke. Those you know, eat the cookie monster. He's around that kind of pace. So, and George finishes low points in tier 1. I think that's where he's at least aiming. So yeah, Young Lights is definitely a more incapable driver, but it'd be interesting to see how the quicker drivers go up against the guys that are, you know, slightly slower. Because we saw within tiers last year, like Thomas trying to get through the midfield. Yeah. I don't know if that's. I don't know if you experienced that last season. I don't know. Sometimes I was nowhere near you.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
what's happening there?
Mark probably did.
Oh, we shall go and find it, because that's what we always do. We shall find on your mistakes. There we go. He's had a little spinner, gets out of the way, which is good to see. So yeah, quick driver, and if those two can stay with.
I think it happened to Stumpy as well. Oh, always come round again.
No.
Me and Stumpy both had it. I'm sure KD did as well at some point.
Yeah.
Get stuck lower down the order. In tier 3, it wasn't happy because they're not that much slower. That's the issue. Is when you find someone not that much slower than you, but they can keep you behind you quite easily.
Onto the final. Yeah, it does. Onto the final team, Williams. It's supposed to be Irish Gary 33, but seems to have gone AWOL. We can't contact him, so don't know where he is. But Raggy 2005 is here, and in fact is currently leading the way. He's just pulled into the pits, which is really irritating. So I'll go back on board as Spud. Why not? Probably going to be, well, being a seat from his type of race, he's going to be around the NER racer especially. Maybe, well, Jay's not massively off of them either, to be fair, or Tebow, so, oh, Tebow still owns, no problem. Yeah, unknown quantity, so we will just have to monitor and see how these guys go. It's a waiting game, a learning game for us all, so we will just sit here and watch. So we've got 6 minutes left of the session. Titch?
Hopefully they're going to come out and do some fast runs.
I think at this point, the last couple of days, we were looking at guys doing their quali sims or quali runs.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if people show their full hand or there's a little bit more extra fuel they're carrying. I know what some crafty people are out there. You know who you are.
6 tenths faster than that, but it was invalid.
Okay. Yeah, the invalidations actually. That's an interesting topic. That wasn't discussed, but I shall. Harsher this year. Would you agree? Yes or no?
Yes, they are harsher, but then you say harsher, it is more like what they should be. Unfortunately, it doesn't mirror real life Formula 1. No. The fact that they can get away with absolutely anything. Whereas we get punished with a warning, which add up and we all get penalties.
Thanks, Cody. Thanks. Had some more information passed on to me from Dracer. Thank you, Dracer. Clausen is a great driver as well, not as quick as racer, but great and clean racer. He's known for reporting himself to the stewards when he does something wrong. I love that. That's how clean he is.
Yeah.
We had a couple of those last year in the Americas tier, and it was like, I would like to report a murder. What? You're reporting yourself here? Yes, I know.
I know.
So at least we got some good sporting people that have joined us here at Contest Speed.
I don't know about you, but I'd never report myself.
I
wouldn't. Why would you?
If I completely and utterly clean 2 people out,
I mean, it's going to get brought up anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably will get brought up. Well,
someone's going to bring it up.
Well, you say that. I think Ricky got away with one in Hungary a couple of seasons back, where I think he killed Mitch or someone like that, and Mitch was like, I guarantee someone's going to report him. He's like, I'm going to save the footage, but I'll just wait, and nothing happened. Didn't get reported. Ricky got away with scot-free, and Mitch was just like, oh, okay. So that happened.
Why you report everything.
Yeah, I will explain to these guys next week.
I mean, it gives us more of a job to do, though.
No, that's not what we want. Come on now.
We all love our job.
Yeah, we do.
In the stewards room.
Yes,
We'll
which
have
we're
fun.
working away as of next week. Are you excited? Season starts next week.
Oh,
I'm excited. I think
can't
it's.
wait for all the tier 3 bonanza on a Monday night.
I'll tell you what. We say tier 2 and 3 in particular gets close. I think it's the closest it's going to be.
Yeah.
We say this every season, but I think January this year.
This is. I mean, you can't really split the top of tier 3 to the middle of tier 2.
It's.
So I really don't know what's going to happen.
And you can see why we've had a struggle with trying to fit people in. That's the reason.
This is the reason for this tier.
We could effectively have 2 tier 2s.
Yeah.
And we don't know who to put in which because that's how close it is. So
hopefully over the course of the season it will. I don't want people to leave, obviously, but
no.
if gaps open up, then I'm sure some of these guys will slot in.
And I'm also sure we do plenty of events anyway.
Yeah.
COS events.
We'll get
COS Ryder Cup, 100% races, F2s have been mentioned, so a few ideas have been thrown around. I will say thank you to the Tin Man who's just followed. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's going to get hectic in a minute. Titch, you ready for what's going to happen in 2 minutes time?
The Tiger Roll's not here for the horse
I
race.
know. We can't use the gag. There's no punchline there now. We can't use it. Disappointing. Yeah, if you've not seen One Shot qualifying stream before, prepare yourself. But Danny got very excited Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't like it because One Shot quality I usually end up near the back. But yeah,
it's a test of nerve.
Watching it is an absolute treat.
It's a test of nerve,
yeah.
And it actually sort of replicates the final runs of the short qualifying format, which we will be using as of next week.
Yes.
So I'll get through that now before it gets a bit hectic. So as of next week, obviously round 1. Where are we, Titch?
Spain.
Good man. We're in Spain. We're in Catalonia. You're not.
No,
He's not here. He's johnnying off somewhere. But we're round 1 Spain, and I think everyone is excited to get going. We'll be back to short qualifying, so that is one qualifying session of 18 minutes and a 50% race. That's right, double what we're doing tonight. So it should be interesting. And yeah, usual thing, tier 3 on a Monday, tier 2 of both EU and America's tier on a Tuesday. New time slots. Wednesdays are the tier 1s of the regions, and tier 4 has its own little slot now on a Thursday evening.
Let's get an AM3 in, come on. Or Oceanic here, that'd be great. That in there.
Hey, we've got a resident Aussie hopefully in the house somewhere.
Somewhere, I hope so.
Jamie, where are you? They were on commentary last night and provided much entertainment as they always do. Right, 18 seconds left to qualifying, and K-Mark has invalidated, so we will go on board with JG Byrne, and he's looking to improve his time on a 104.7. Respectable, he's got himself in amongst it actually. We will go back to him because his current lap time's on the mediums. Oh, and Jay's just run ever so slightly wide. That is frustrating, and has backed out. Right, let's go and see what Young Lights can do on the softs.
He's about to improve on his time, I think.
And does 104.1. Young Lights using DRS, got a car in front. Hopefully some slipstream. Reese is go deep low. I think he's on a lap. He's on an out lap. That's going to be interesting. Don't know if it's going to glitch it or not. Who knows? Goes for the technical sector 2. Oh my word, he's absolutely flying.
Yeah.
He's making a statement to Raggy.
Yeah.
He's going to look around, what, 103.
We've run out of the ice so early at Austria. I'm hopping on that mode.
Yep. 2, 3, and across the line, 13.8. Wowzers! Good luck, everybody else.
That's the last man across the line, isn't it?
The last one.
Oh, Spud's going.
Spud is going, is he? No, he's coming into the pits in the appropriate manner. Maybe. He was close, I'll give him that.
It's alright, we're not there yet.
Yeah,
it's not official.
No. Jay is pushing. He's got run out of overtake right at the end. Nice and clean and precise, and goes and does a 106.0, so it does not improve, and I think that is everybody. So there you go, that's your first practice session of the season for EU4. He's invalidated though, I'm afraid, but he's probably just interested to see if he can beat Raggy. No, lost it out of the last corner. Okie dokie.
Got all the love for Spud in the chat. It's great.
It's only right to return it. He sits there every day.
Yeah.
Watches us in tier 3, 2, 1, and goes, yeah, go on, yeah. Thomas, go on, Titchy, go on, Dan, whatever. So it's only rightful that he gets some. Yep, indeed. So Young Lights, unsurprisingly, goes top of the timesheets with Raggy in second, NER Rita in third, Andre fourth, but his best lap was on the medium, so it'd be interesting to see what he does on the softs. NER came up fifth, Jay in sixth, Tebow in seventh, Turquoise in eighth, Clausen, who crashed out and so hasn't got a soft representative time, should be interesting, that's in ninth, Jay 10th, Spud 11th, Joel 12th, and Yorno didn't set a lap. Interestingly, Joel's best time was on the hard, so probably further up there as well.
He might have invalidated his ones, yeah.
Like we have to fill this in because the timer goes down to...
Yes. We're on 0. Oh no, it's stuck on 1.
Not anymore!
Okay. No.
Turquoise has just crashed. That's interesting.
Yeah, there you go, done.
Hey, we're done. So there's your running order. Get your predictions in, chaps.
For one-shot quality.
One-shot quality. I would like to know the list of invalidations. Titch, what's your prediction? Come on, let's hear it.
Oh, it's 13 of them, I reckon. I think 6.
Really? I'm going to go 4. I think it'll be 4, yeah. I'm going to go conservative.
You think I'm being harsh on them?
I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, if they take it cautious like they should. It's the problem with one-shot quality, especially around Austria.
Spoiler alert, it's a dry race, so...
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Not like I was just feeling
generous, you know. I'm a nice guy, really am. Occasionally.
I was waiting for rain to turn up into a touring Bahrain, you know.
Hey, you know I don't set that lobby up.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with me.
If it rained in Bahrain, I know who was at fault.
If you have any complaints, you know who to go to.
Yeah, he's racing.
Oh, is he? You can go to the other one. He's equally as good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, K-Mark. Faction's gone Risa first, K-Mark last. Brilliant. K-Mark, prove them wrong. Come on. Faxland and Dracer are just having you here.
Well, Hilly Racing's in.
So we're up to 14, which is good.
14. I'll stick with the 6.
Okay. So
Hilly Racing to surprise everyone and stick it on pole.
You watch it. You just.
With...
I'll go with top. I'm gonna go with a top 4, and away we go. Sorry, I should do more of that.
The pace out straight is the question for this now.
It's Hilly Racing in first. So Jay's gone up into it quickly. Oh, we've got an invalidation. Raggy's gone. NER boys off by the 2.
Yeah, he's retired now as well.
It's all settled down. They're all running. Jay's up to second now. First, we don't know. Now he's back to 4th again. 3rd, who knows?
That's great.
Why am I bothering?
What's going on?
We'll go on. Pulls Jay's up. Dries DRS open, looking for that braking zone.
Young Lights has gone mediums.
You reckon? Andre as well?
No, yeah. Just Andre. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. I can look. best
Yeah,
fitted.
he's
So Young
a
Lights
spectator,
and
really.
Risa. Oh no, Jay's lost it. Absolute seeds.
No.
He was in such a good position. Andre's just inherited the lead.
Yeah, Rita and Clausen have both got mediums as well.
And it all should be good. He just keeps it
Andre on the
inside.
last bullet.
Oh, Reese is
Andre
invalidated.
Yeah.
Yorno's disqualified. 5 so far. Hey, more importantly, Spud,
right.
you're 8th.
We got it right.
Oh, Reese got... No! I'm so close.
Although technically, Jay didn't. Oh, so
There's
Andre on the soft.
absolutely chaotic, which is why I love one-shot quality.
Yeah.
Andre first, K-Mark second, Young Lights third, but on the medium, so watch out for the alternative strategy. Joel's got himself up to 4th. Good lap because everyone else is disqualified. So is Tebow, he's up in 5th. Clausen also the medium runner on 6th. Jay and Spud are 7th and 8th. Limbs in the party that I know there's going to be limbs in.
Yeah. There is no one massively off the back, is there?
No, which is what we were worried about.
Yeah,
but it's good to see.
Yes. Fantastic.
We were worried
and all
that...
those people who got disqualified now have to fight their way back through the field.
Yep. So...
The excitement will continue.
Matty Keel, thank you for following. Of course, there's another Matt. There's too many.
P8. Blades is going mental. There it goes. Absolutely.
Blades isn't even racing.
Yeah.
What happens if Blades get a P out on Monday? God, limbs.
Oh. Blades and the points behave.
Nah, sorry. Jay has pressed the X button, but it doesn't matter because it's pre-season. But
yeah,
they'll be warned next week.
Gonna need to get Gonna need to go.
There'll be a lot of
week.
rules that are going to have to be done next week for these guys, but that was kind of expected.
Yeah. Please sit down and read this.
Yeah. You need to know this, this, and
this is very important.
Yes.
This is also very important.
Mhm.
Here we go.
So excited.
Here we go.
Formation that actually means something. There's the pit stop strategy. Oh, okay, lights out, away we go then. Why not?
I'm pinning that on you.
Yep, well, let's roll with it. I told them I've got to spring a surprise here and there, but here we go. Andre's first, K-Mark second, Young Lights is third. We've got a spinner already, and it's the Mercedes of Hilly. I told them there would be a surprise. They just had to be on their toes, and that was the surprise. Yeah, it was going to be rain otherwise.
Yeah.
So no massive losers or winner. Actually, no, saying that, Yorno's up to 4th already on the softs. But everyone is pretty much okay, just about. So we're going to see if the DRS train round here is going to be strong. I think it will be.
Still everyone within the DRS apart from Hills off the back. After a spin.
Well, let's have a look. Has he got any damage, Stitch? Let's have a quick wander. Go back to Andre then.
No, it's fine to me.
So Andre leads, came up second. Joel is Lights third, Joel 4th, Clausen 5th, Tebow 6th, Arisa 7th, Jay, Spud and Raggy are going side by side. Let's have a wander down there. That would be with... Yep, he has. So it would be interesting to see how these guys use... Yeah, I was good. You always got damage, so you're almost in and got to softs. Be interesting to see, Titch, how these guys use their ERS, because there's a lot of spaffing going on, to use the word.
Yeah. I can see a 27% already going through the field. Yeah. Clausen's spaffed it up. Yep. He's on 27% running.
So, Raggy's got to close that 2-second gap to NER Risa. Tebow's holding his own, and so is Joel at the moment. So,
Spud's in the point.
Yeah, Spud is still in the points, happy days. Let's see if he stays there. That would be one to watch.
Just dropped out on third.
Yeah, and I think it's because of those mediums.
Yeah.
It's because there wasn't a formation lap. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That could be part of the reason.
Didn't happen.
No one needs to know. And so there's.
Formation happening for next week.
I'll change whatever I do every week, or I'll get one of you to change it every week, just to keep them on their toes. So.
Random rain spells.
Could you imagine?
Oh, that would be absolute limbs.
I'm pretty sure some of these guys haven't done any rain running yet this season.
I dread to think. Spud in the rain. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. So, Clausen is under pressure, but that's kind of expected on the mediums. Thibaut is hustling the Haas throughout. Young Knights 3 seconds, the first 50.
He's pushing so hard to try and stay.
I'm not surprised. Raggy has got a bit of clean air and posted in the fastest lap of the race. Reese has got. Yeah, I think Thibaut got slightly out of shape coming out of turn 1. Just needs to stay with these guys though. It's all about staying within that DRS and using it.
Stay in the train, you're all good.
Yorno's going for the super undercut, or alternate strategy, and going.
Tickets are expensive for the train now.
Yep. And Risa goes down the inside of Clausen. I guess they've moved on. That was fit. Nice, clean racing. He is there though. I know. I'm just ignoring it. I'm not watching.
Don't say it.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Someone is
it.
guaranteed to come out on 20 lap old socks later.
Yep. We just roll with this. Come on. The game's nearly been out a month, but we'll work with what we got. So Jay is off the back of Raggy. He's in some clean air, not under pressure from Spud just yet. And Jay has dived into the pits. JG Byrne, that is.
He's going to put the softs on?
No, but we're going to have a 3-way battle for 6th place. Oh, this could end in tears. Oh, and the Williams for Raggy goes around the outside, goes off the track though.
Half of it like he backed out of that a bit.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't blame him. I would have done the same.
Yeah. early days yet.
Early days is a. I say there's a long way to go. We're already on lap 5. We've gone through this pretty quickly.
It is Austria after all.
It is Austria, and it is 25% races.
They stuck the softs on. Going to try and go to the end.
Brave. Probably doable, to be fair. Tyler Dead ground here isn't massive.
No.
Compared to some other tracks where it seemed to have gone up quite a bit actually.
You can take the softs for hours on this track.
So it's calm down now. Phew.
Still only 6 tenths between the 2 leaders.
It is.
You
know what? K-Mark is trying to use that overtake. It's done purple sector 1. And Andre's just happy there at the front with briefly jumped over to him. He's got better ERS at the moment.
Yep.
Mark is trying to go. K-Mark's trying to go around the outside, and then the switchback. Thomas, just calm down. Oh, Andre's on the grass.
No.
No, oh, he's made it. K-Mark's made it through cleanly.
That's just helped John Mark to be honest.
It has.
Just now he's in the DRS.
Absolute limbs.
So this is what we're going to have in Team 4. We'll have separate battles everywhere.
We will,
which is good,
but
because as long as there's battles, we're good. It's just going to be split up.
it will be. I think it will be, but K-Mark gets very squirmy on the exit of turn 1. The new underwear, please.
There he goes.
Yeah,
easy.
He's got no ERS left. That is the problem. And as you said, Young Lights he's sniffing out the
I've got the helicopter.
prey.
It's amazing.
Oh, is it lovely jubbly? And oh, hang on, there's a 3-way battle I've missed for P4. I think Joel's missed out, which is unfortunate, as Oh, be careful, lads, be careful.
Joel got out of shape out of turn 3, I think.
Yeah, and Braggy and Reese and Nee take each other off, which wouldn't have been the greatest start to your season, boys.
Now we get Thebo on the back of Joel.
Who said Who said practice races were dead, mate? Honestly.
They're still alive. Oh, Clausen, 20 seconds. Oh! Kmart! Almost lost it out the last corner.
That's twice now, isn't it? On this lap. We're on lap 8 apparently. 5 seconds from Risa for speeding in the pit lane. No. That's not good going. So he's in, Joel's in, Jay has stayed out, and Clausen is in. We're gonna get interesting tyre strategy. I'm sure they'll work it out by themselves. Spud is up into P7. He has got I'm John Turquoise though. Ready? Yeah, just a bit. Put over this camera angle. Goes to the inside. I need a better angle. No. Oh, this will do.
This was, you got the terrible angles.
I got the worst angle possible. I got the rear.
I'm getting all the good ones.
Right. Young Lights is pitted, by the way. The same lap as Kmart. Interesting.
It's off Tango, so it's around half race distance.
Right. I'm going to go on board with Andre because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a rich and overtake kind of lap here.
You can tell already, can't you?
Needs to keep it clean. Watch it on the exit of their overtake on the way out. It's not used it, so maybe he's going to go longer. Jay has disconnected, which is unfortunate.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Meanwhile, K-Mark is going to go round the outside. Jay's got that massively wrong, got on the grass on the inside there, and has locked up. He's got to be careful as he rejoins. I'm just about to say it, because Turquoise was never going to let you back on, joining like that. And Young Lights is up into the net P1, so if I was Andre, I'd be in now, and he is. Oh dear. Well, I'll be surprised, but it'd be alright, I think. He's got a pit in probably now at some point. Because the yellow flag sector 2 and Jay's off again. Jay's having a bit of a stinker. Oh, and Tilly's off again as well. Oh, he's got to sit there where everyone passed. Oh dear. Absolute chaos.
Well, Spud cannot take the engines properly because the wind damage is just forced down.
Right, and we have missed the move for the lead. It's Andre versus Young Lights. Andre holds him out to dry though. And K-Mark's still there. I thought he was going to drop off the back of these two, which would have been worrying.
Andre can hold him beyond, which isn't going to happen. The grip around the outside there was ridiculous figure.
Yeah. Nice to see they're still on 0 lap mediums and softs.
Yeah. Reese has put 10 lap old softs on.
Oh, is he? Pretty sure he hasn't.
Unless it's just. No, he started with the mediums, didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped already. It's just Turquoise that hasn't stopped yet. But then he comes down. Should be an easy move for Risa and the Any. Yeah, it's dangerous. It's a bit like reminds me of the exit as well of France and Hanoi. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one to police this season.
You have to go that wide. You have to go into the pit exit to take the corner properly.
All I would say is good luck watching that when we get to it. And I believe what race is it? It's fairly early on, I think.
About 8.
Yeah. Yeah, we are doing a full calendar, so full 22 races.
Times.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be interesting if they put any of the other tracks that are going to be added to the calendar this year.
I hope so. I mean, they've got they've had Imola already on this game. They had it in 2013, so they've had Codemasters have got Imola as a track. They just need to update it. I think you have to take the chicane out at the end, which is gone now, so they could put a longer pit straight in anyway, or a pit lane.
Yeah,
I hope so. And Nürburgring's obviously on the game, from the previous game.
So you hope that'd be quite easy to transfer over.
The touch like Mugello that are going to be difficult for them. But I hope so. I hope we get a couple more.
Be nice. Right, we are waiting.
I can get a bit squirmy again.
We are waiting for 2 battles to develop, and that is for 2nd, and the one we're currently looking at, which is 6th. Thibaut is going to have to hang on to those medium tyres, but he has got slight ERS advantage.
Yes.
I'm just going to make a shout out to Thibaut. He does our telemetry, so it's for all the drivers. It's been quite interesting the end of last season and this season to be like, oh, I've done this and I've done that. I've got fastest sector 1 on this lap and you haven't, and basically playing one-ups with each other.
Yeah.
Young.
Oh, Spud's made a move.
I know.
On AI.
On a J that's not here, but hey, mate, it's a move. A move's a move. It's a free position in my world. It is a free position. I'll tell you who's in a bit of trouble, and because he's not anywhere near anyone, I think Reese is in a bit of trouble with penalties, Titch. Because I know he's got 6 seconds. Meanwhile, Clausen's going to go down the inside of Thibaut. That's pretty easy.
He's got 8 seconds of penalties.
Oh, and Thibaut's dropped it on the exit.
No.
He's in the wall. A VSC. Oh.
Safety car. That's what we wanted.
Now, it'll be interesting to see who comes in for what. If anyone comes in. I doubt it at this stage.
Spud was the first past.
Yeah, he was.
And
I'm going to call it. I think someone's someone's.
Andre's coming.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Well, he's going to.
Where's he going to come out with?
Yeah.
How long is he going to last? He needs it to last the whole pit stop.
He does, and he's going to come out quite far down. I think he's going to be behind. Where is he?
Raggly's just gone past.
Possibly.
No,
Clausen.
Coming now.
You've got to be careful as well. He's going to come out. Oh, there it is. I did say someone's going to get caught out, and it's Giorno driving. Drive through penalty for speeding under the same VSC.
So Andre's going to have some pace now.
Reese is on his 18 lap over soft, so he's doing well considering the race is only 18 laps.
Yep. Done a good job. Well, I had 20 lap softs. 20 lap old softs in Bahrain at the end, apparently.
Brilliant.
Great game.
Yeah. We do joke aside and say, oh, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed, but it genuinely does need to be fixed to help our lives out when commentating to see actually what's going on. Andre picked up 3 seconds. Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get
drive-through by the look of it.
Drive-through? See, that didn't come up for me.
It didn't come up for me. Oh, yeah, it was a drive-through, yeah. I think it would have been one of those where it popped up and then was immediately overtaken by Yorno.
So from out of nowhere, it's a 1-2 NER at the moment.
Yes.
It's kind of turning on its head here.
Yeah.
Momentum,
yeah. Kmart has 3 seconds. Risa has 8.
8. Well, how's Raggy doing? Because I would suggest he's
only got 3.
So currently within that window, but he has got a rampant Toros. Sorry, AlphaTauri. First one of the season.
Yeah, it's going to happen a lot.
It's going to happen. I won't be the only one this year.
Everyone has
AlphaTauri.
3 seconds, but then Risa has that 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
So, has Yorno served his drive-through? Let's go on board with him because he's actually closing in on the back of.
I have no idea. Everyone's over the fastest lap.
Sorry, I had the SWAT team in to do a sweep search. Apologies, everyone. It's alright, I'm all clean. Don't worry about it.
So Young Light is now ahead of Raggy. And he's within the 5 seconds of Racer.
Who's on the back Kmart? Well, I presume these two will be in the party together. I think Joel's gone off. He needs to. He's just going to lose out to John, who's going around the outside. We're not on board, but you can see it on the mini map to the right side of your screen because we're too busy watching the two NER boys battling for first and second. Young Lights picks up another 3.
That means he's outside the window.
Oh.
He needs to be within 2 seconds.
2 to go. Reese is getting.
If he can stay in the DRS.
Well, Reese is getting held up here. I don't know if these two are going to make a multi 2-1.
Possibly.
Or some kind of team orders. Whichever way you look at it.
Raggy and Andre are both ahead of Young Lights at the moment. On penalties as well. I do believe they're actually second and third.
I'll tell you what, whilst we're watching these two, there is a battle for 3rd place. Raggy's just got outside DRS, which is
He's back in.
He's back in, boys, don't worry.
Yeah.
He's made it. Oh, he's picked up 3 seconds. No!
Raggy. He's on 6 now as well. So Andre is now second on penalties.
Oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Raggy's got 3. What's he doing? Raggy, in between the white lines.
He's going crazy.
What's going on, man? Keep it together. There's less than a lap to go. I think K-Mox somehow managed to hold off Reese, so we don't know. He's got probably one more chance left. Oh, he's too far back.
Young Lots is within a temp. Well, he's within 2 temps.
He's in with 2 temps. He's in it. Don't start. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He's got to stay there.
Who could believe it? Top 5. Oh, spuds round. Devastating.
No.
Yorno's got the fastest lap and probably the point. He's going to come back. Oh, he's got to be careful. And it is going to be, looks like K-Mark is going to win our little pre-season event here in EU4.
I think Andre's going to get a P2.
And they tried to time it. I'll tell you what, it was very close. Andre gets P2 after all that. Clausen comes home in 5th place. Got to suppose Raggy loses out massively with his penalties that he picked up.
At the final lap, 6 seconds of the final lap.
I am John. One of the 2 I am Johns that are going to be racing this season came home in 7th place. Joel, very up and down race, but has made it home more importantly in 8th. Hilly is going to come across the line in 9th. Yorno, who's taken fastest lap, I believe.
Would get an extra point for that. I think he did.
Yeah. I'm trying to search through. There it is.
Yeah, he did.
He did. And we will wait on Jay. Jay is our last runner. He just missed outside the points. But ultimately, he has finished, which is what we wanted. That's what you got to do in not just this tier, but all the tiers. You just have to finish the race. How was that, Titch?
That was good.
Are you excited?
Great entertainment. Oh, Raggy gets driver of the day, apparently.
Apparently.
I'm excited for the new season now. Great racing in there.
Yes. So these guys will be back on your screens next week at 10 PM UK time. Now we'll be round Spain, as we mentioned earlier. The commentary team I've heard is Blades and KV.
Oh yes.
So that
They
should
booked
be.
themselves in.
They booked themselves in because some scallywags have decided to jet themselves off somewhere.
Have a holiday.
Yep. Titch, thanks for that. And Cookie. Oh no, he'd probably be in bed by now.
Yeah.
So
I'll wake up at 3 in the morning.
came up Andre, Young Lights, Risa, Clausen, Raggy, Turquoise, Joel, Hilly, Yorno, Jay, Spud. All finished. Jay unfortunately disconnected, and Tiva was the only casualty after running a very strong race.
Joel and Turquoise all got a Wizard Award.
Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
That's going to be a rarity, and you know what?
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
Screenshot it, guys.
Screenshot it. Watch it. Drink it in. Watch this get demonetised or copyrighted.
Do not scratch your eyes.
So it just leaves me to say this: if you want to watch more action, and of course you do, why not? This race will be uploaded onto our YouTube channel, which is Contest of Speed. That will probably be uploaded for you tomorrow. And the first Twitch action of next week is going to be Tier 3 with the opening round and opening round of the season for everyone. God, that's a lot to live up to. They will be at Spain at 10 PM UK time, and that will be with the commentary duo of Thomas and Lewis. We'll be back on your screens. Well, leave me to say thanks, Stitch. Thanks for joining me.
It's alright.
And yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
All I've got to say is good night.